5 running backs that you can get relatively cheap that can help you win your fantasy league. Coming in at number 5, it's Phillip Lindsay. I know he's working behind Melvin Gordon, but man, every time he gets the ball, this guy is explosive. He's making big plays. He's outperforming Melvin Gordon on less touches. I have a feeling as the season goes on, he's going to start overtaking Melvin Gordon for touches. And if you look at his final schedule in the fantasy playoffs, he gets Carolina, Buffalo, and the Chargers. That's a pretty good playoff schedule right there. He may be on your waiver wire, but if not, you can go out there and you can get him pretty cheaply. Number 4, we got Antonio Gibson from my football team. I know he had a lot of preseason hype. He's been good, but he hasn't been great. McKissick is kind of eating into his value. So whoever in your league has Gibson, he may be looking to move on from him. He may not even be playing him, right? Gibson may be sitting on his bench. So go check. In the fantasy playoffs, he gets San Francisco, Seattle, and Carolina. Obviously, San Fran, not a great matchup, but Seattle and Carolina, a great way to finish the season. He could be a league winner. Number 3, it's James Conner, the unquestioned bell cow out there in Pittsburgh. Here's the thing with James Conner. He presents one of the best floors in fantasy football. He just hasn't had those huge monster ceiling games. And that's just really has come down to touchdowns. So the guy who has James Conner in your league, he may be thinking, Conner's okay, but he's not great. I have James Conner as my number 6 running back rest of season. So if you can go out there and get him for a wide receiver 3 or even a low-end wide receiver 2, I would 100% do that. Buffalo, Cincinnati, Indy in the fantasy playoffs, not the greatest matchups, but it doesn't matter. He's the undisputed bell cow in the Steelers offense. That has incredible value. Number 2, it's Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb has been out for a few weeks. The Browns are on bye this week. He could return in week 10. It may be week 11. So here's the thing with Nick Chubb. If you're a team headed for the playoffs, and if the person in your league that has Chubb is fighting for a final playoff spot or absolutely is in a must-win position, go out and put some feelers out for Nick Chubb, because whoever has him may be willing to move him thinking, I need to win right now. I can't wait for Nick Chubb to come back. We know when Nick Chubb comes back, he's a high-end, an RB1, even with Kareem Hunt in the fold. Baltimore, New York Giants, New York Jets in the fantasy playoffs. Obviously, Baltimore, not a great spot, but the Giants and the Jets, 2 fantastic matchups to finish the season. And then my number 1 buy low running back right now is Joe Mixon out there in Cincinnati. Has missed the last couple games with injury. Now they're on a bye. He's only had that 1 monster week. He's been relatively disappointing. Probably will not take elite value to go get Joe Mixon off the hands of whoever has Joe Mixon. But here's the thing. Joe Mixon's getting elite level volume. And it doesn't even matter. Even in negative game scripts, he's getting the 18, 19, 20 plus carries. Plus he's getting work in the passing game. Things will get better. And in the fantasy playoffs, he's got a pretty nice schedule. Dallas in week 14. You got to love that. Pittsburgh in week 15, not the best, but they did just give up almost 200 yards to Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. And then Houston to finish it off, another fantastic matchup. Go out there and get Joe Mixon right now. Win your fantasy league. Get any one of these guys on the cheap and go win your fantasy league. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you tuning in. If you have a question about a potential buy low running back, drop that in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click that bell notification, hammer that thumbs up button. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.